Please, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Port of Miami is among America's busiest ports, and recognized as the cruise capital of the world, and a global gateway. Port Miami is an economic powerhouse that impacts the entire state of Florida, contributing more than $41 billion annually to the local and state economies, and supporting 324,000 jobs. Millions of passengers travel through Port Miami every year, and with 22 cruise lines berthing 55 ships, Port Miami continues to be the departure destination of choice for cruises to the Bahamas, the Caribbean, Mexico, and other exciting destinations. Known worldwide as the cruise capital of the world, Port Miami has been the world's leading cruise port, and it continues to advance its #1 home port status with more ships and leading passenger terminal facilities. The Port of Miami lies in Biscayne Bay, at the mouth of the Miami River in far southeast Florida, just east of the famous Everglades, and about 110 kilometers south-southwest of the Port of Palm Beach. The Port of Miami is one of the United States' leading resort and tourism destinations. Greater Miami is the state's biggest urban area, covering all of Dade County, and containing many smaller communities that include Miami Beach, Coral Gables, and Hialeah. These communities make up what is popularly known as the Gold Coast. The Port of Miami is one of the United States' busiest ports, being both a major gateway for cargo in the Americas and a busy cruise center. The city is also one of the country's major financial and commercial centers, home to corporate headquarters of international and national companies. Due to its strategic location near the Caribbean and Latin America, the city is home to the headquarters for over 1,400 corporations' Latin American operations. Some of these include Disney, American Airlines, FedEx, Microsoft, Sony, Kraft Foods, and many others. Due to its popularity with both tourists and potential residents, the Port of Miami is one of America's most expensive cities. It is believed that Spanish settlers discovered the port, which was occupied by a group of natives at the time. England later annexed the port in 1721. However, Spain regained possession of it in the year 1783. The port was later named as a U.S. territory, after it was bought for $5 million by the U.S. Since that time, Port Miami has functioned as an entry point for ships, which ferry goods and services, hence improving the economy and business potential.
In the 1950s and 1960s, many Latin American immigrants flowed into the city. The Port of Miami gained a large Cuban community, as refugees began to arrive after the Cuban Revolution led by Fidel Castro. In the 1980s, the Port of Miami gained a reputation for being a hub for the illegal drug trade. In the 1990s, several incidents of violence against tourists discouraged people from visiting the city. However, by the late 1990s, tourists were returning to the city and its vibrant life. Today, the Port of Miami is a cosmopolitan city with a modern skyline of glass skyscrapers, and a nighttime afire with neon lights. It is a center for Latin American music and dance and a city of diverse cultures. Little Havana is a Cuban area just west of downtown, and Little Haiti grew up in the 1990s to the north of downtown. The modern Port of Miami is an international center for banking, finance, business services, commerce, and manufacturing. Manufactured goods include clothing, medical equipment and pharmaceuticals, metal products, and printing. In addition to a wide range of international cargoes, the Port of Miami is a world leader in the cruise ship industry. Miami International Airport also handles cargo, and millions of passengers traveling between North America, the Caribbean, and Latin America. The Port of Miami is also an international center for the entertainment industry, with many film, television, music, fashion, and performing arts events throughout the year. Port Miami today is a major tourist destination, because of a wide variety of cruise services available. The area supports economic growth by facilitating many types of international trade. Examples of trade at the port include banking and manufacturing facilities. As the most important port in the United States, Port Miami serves as a gateway for future economic prosperity.
What does Miami stand for? Acronym. Definition of Miami is, money is a major issue. Can I board a cruise ship without a passport? You can still cruise to the Caribbean without a US passport if you are a US citizen, but only if you take what is known as a closed-loop cruise. That means that your cruise ship needs to start and end at the same US port. Miami, officially the city of Miami, is a metropolis located in southeastern Florida, in the United States. It is the third most populous metropolis on the east coast of the United States, and it is the seventh largest in the country. Metropolitan Miami is part bazaar and part Broadway. A place of bikinis and minks, the habitat of boulevardiers and budgetiers. It's a New World city made up of both North and South American peoples, an international place that provides visitors with glamour and excitement. The frenetic vibe, along with Miami's Art Deco architecture, classic beaches, and glitzy nightlife, lures travelers the world over. If you did nothing else but people watch, you'd leave Miami as a satisfied visitor. There are a number of reasons for visiting Miami, the beach being the most obvious. Choices range from the famed South Beach, an oceanside historic Art Deco district with a piscine beach scene and boisterous nightlife, to the more secluded shores of Bill Baggs Cape Florida State Park. Architecture is another draw. Art Deco is the most well-known of styles in the area, and while South Beach certainly has a fabulous collection of historic and vintage hotels and buildings, Miami's signature style can be found throughout the greater metropolitan area. Like other well-visited cities, Miami's reputation in past years was tarnished by a spate of crimes against tourists. Since then, visitor safety programs and neighborhood patrols have been implemented to keep travelers safe. Generally, Miami Beach is considered safe, but visitors should exercise common sense and stay on well-lit, well-traveled streets. Liberty City and Opa-locka, in northwest Miami, also raise caution flags for travelers. As in other cities, it is prudent to stay in well-populated areas, keep from venturing into unfamiliar neighborhoods, especially at night, and travel with another person if possible, particularly if walking from one neighborhood of the city to another. Miami is hot, 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 which is the reason many people vacation there. Expect average temperatures between 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 degrees Celsius, and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. In the summer, surprise rain showers pop up, and then disappear just as suddenly, leaving behind a dense humidity. December, the peak of the tourist season, has lower humidity and less chance of rain showers.
Interestingly, Miami has never officially recorded a temperature over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, though the humidity can often make it feel like the thermometer has hit triple digits. Miami's web of highways and causeways, which crisscross between the mainland and the surrounding string of islands, can make it quite challenging to get around. One of the advantages of having such a diverse population in Miami is that every weekend some nationality has reason to celebrate. The result is an almost continuous celebration of holidays and festivals that tourists are more than welcome to participate in. To think of Miami is to think of beaches and nightlife, but Miami is also a major sports town, with opportunities for both participants and spectators. If you can, schedule time for golfing, sport fishing, wreck diving, cave spelunking, skydiving, tennis or sailing. One more attraction well worth precious vacation time is the Everglades. This river of grass has shaped Miami's culture and geography as much as the beaches themselves. Spanning the southern tip of the Florida Peninsula and most of Florida Bay, Everglades National Park is the only subtropical preserve in North America. You can watch big ships sail to sea from the vantage point of Bayside Marketplace, 401 N Biscayne Boulevard, an open-air 16-acre waterfront mall in downtown with more than 150 restaurants and shops including Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, the Hard Rock Cafe, and the mobile one-star Mambo Cafe, which features a Latin and Cuban menu.
If you have no specific time frame for travel, check out Miami's summer festival season and plan your trip around a specific event. The Brazilian Film Festival, the Miami Bahamas Goom Bay Festival, and the Tropical AG Fiesta are a few of the summer's offerings. Given the catastrophic damage from hurricanes dealt to America's coastline in the past decade, it's easy to see why Americans are obsessed with this weather phenomenon. Miami, of course, has seen its share of volatile weather, making it a prime spot for the National Hurricane Center, Tropical Prediction Center, and Forecast Office. From January through May, the hurricane off-season, the center offers public tours that teach visitors about the causes and effects of hurricanes, as well as the center's various functions. Starting in the 1920s, Miami became a playground for the rich and famous who traveled south to escape the harsh northern winters. Middle-class Americans soon followed, and the onslaught of visitors prompted the need for accommodations. Fabricated from inexpensive steel and concrete, the buildings gained their personality from such flourishes and details as rounded corners, eyebrow ledges, glass block accents, and nautical embellishments like portholes and sea motifs. The result was a fantastical assemblage of hotels that made ordinary vacationers feel prestigious and revered. If you set out to visit every shopping venue in the Miami metropolitan area, you might as well move south. No matter where you find yourself, you are never more than 15 minutes from a major shopping area. Shop like a local by enjoying Sunday morning at the Farmers Market on Lincoln Road, the perfect pedestrian destination for South Beach bums. Homemade breads, flowers, fresh produce, and orchids are some of the locally grown and produced items for sale. If you visit from May to October, you'll have the chance to shop the seasonal antiques and collectibles market, with everything from vintage 60s attire to attractive antiques. The array of activities extends to Miami's sizzling nightlife. The exotic, international flair of the city shines brightest after hours, when models, rock stars, and A-listers mingle with trendy locals in the swanky clubs. South Beach may be world famous for its after-hours venues, but visit the In the Know party each Friday night on the private beach, behind the mobile 4-star Mandarin Oriental, Miami, 500 Brickell Key Drive, the newest place to see and be seen. The fun lasts from November to April, and is a magnet for the young professionals who work in the area, which is also known as the Wall Street of the South.
Though Miami is abuzz 24/7, enclaves and retreats are available for you to sequester yourself away from the hubbub. This is especially easy since Miami's main draw, the beach, offers tranquility and solitude as only the ocean and seaside can. If you don't mind company, but still want to play it low-key, grab a table outside a bistro in one of the more happening neighborhoods, such as Lincoln Road in the South Beach area, and sit back and take in the sights and sounds of the street. When you fade into the background, reality is transformed into theatrical productions rivaling those on Broadway. The easiest way to unwind is to take in the stars, after the sun sets on Miami Beach. But there is another place with just as much atmosphere. Every Friday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., the Miami Museum of Science and Planetarium, 3280 S Miami Avenue, offers viewing through the Weintraub Observatory for close-ups of the planets, 4 moons of Jupiter, rings of Saturn, and deep sky objects like galaxies and nebulas. There also are laser shows, astronomy shows, and special exhibits and events scheduled throughout the day. The Parrot Jungle and Gardens, 1111 Parrot Jungle Trail, is an 18.6-acre site perfect for strolling as you eye birds, reptiles, and orangutans. Bayfront Park, 301 N Biscayne Boulevard, is a 32-acre green space oasis in downtown Miami, that's great for strolls, dog walking or lingering near its fountains. Its amphitheater frequently hosts music festivals, so find a place on the lawn, or bring a chair when you can. Tropical Park, 7900 SW 40th SD, is the perfect setting for a leisurely bike ride, or running along its many trails. 4 lakes located in the park offer opportunities for numerous water sports, including swimming, or fishing. So much to do, so little time. If you find yourself overwhelmed by all there is to see in Miami, book a tour. Interested in the great outdoors? One of the best is Dragonfly Expeditions, specializing in ecological and historical tours of the area, including the vast lands of the Everglades.
The Miami Beach Visitors Center offers several daily tours, ranging from boat tours of Biscayne Bay to shopping tours of Bayside Marketplace. You'll get the most for your money from March to May, and from June to November, which is hurricane season. Be sure to include taxes in your lodging estimates. City and resort taxes average around 12.5%, and overnight parking can cost as much as $20. No matter when you go, make sure you have a reservation to avoid lengthy waits. And check your tab to see whether gratuity is included. Some restaurants automatically add a 15% tip to the bill, no matter how small or large the party. Whether your idea of a dream vacation to Miami involves unwinding on the beach, exploring the famed Art Deco district, checking out the buzzing Miami nightlife, or all of the above, the following itineraries will cover your interests. From glamorous shopping at Bal Harbour, to ultimate tranquility at the ancient Spanish monastery, your sightseeing plate can be full each day, if you so choose. Here are suggestions on how to see the best of Miami. 1. One day to cover all things Miami. That's a tall order. South Beach may be the place to see, and been seen, but locals steer away from the tourist magnets for quieter enclaves like North Beach. This revitalized neighborhood has a wonderful collection of Miami modern architecture, as well as unpretentious shops, oceanfront cafes, the lemon tart at Paul's is to die for, 14861 Biscayne Boulevard, and best of all, uncrowded beaches. 2. You could spend your entire vacation shopping in Miami, but with so much else to do, you may just want to hit the highlights. Rubbing elbows with the rich and famous is just as thrilling as the designer duds you'll find at the Bal Harbour shops. From fashion models to well-to-do women parading around small dogs in baby strollers, this is the place where the wealthy stop by for gem-studded jewelry and glittering ball gowns. Tiffany, Bulgari, Escada, Prada, and Harry Winston are a handful of haute couture boutiques, catering to the luxury goods clientele. 3. Miami has the hottest clubs to see and be seen, as well as late-night haunts to just sit back and enjoy salsa, reggae, and Caribbean beats. If you snooze, you lose. Instead, wake up with Lady Luck at the Miccosukee Resort and Gaming, 500 SW 177th Ave, where 24-hour gambling features 1,000 video pull tab machines, poker tables, lightning lotto, and high-stakes bingo just 15 minutes west of Miami.
Is Miami a dangerous city? Surprisingly, Miami Beach is not considered safer than any other U.S. city, with 941 violent crimes in the data collection period, and residents standing a 1 in 11 chance of being the victim of a violent crime. With 10 murders among 657 violent crimes, Lauderhill is considered safer than 9% of other U.S. cities. What is Miami most famous for? Start your day on the Miami Riverwalk. Go on adventures at Jungle Island. Shop and dine at the Bayside Marketplace. Enjoy walks through the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens. Go on a safari at Zoo Miami. Admire street art at Wynwood Walls. Experience Cuba in Little Havana. Try Cuban sandwiches at El Mago de las Fritas. Is Miami cheaper than New York? Cheaper living. And one of the most attractive parts of Miami is that the city tends to be significantly cheaper than New York City. The cost of living in Miami is 22% lower than NYC, with rent being 42% lower than NYC. Is it safe to stay in Miami? Miami is overall a safe city, especially for tourists. It has some dangerous areas that should be avoided, but they are far from the usual tourist landmarks. You are advised to remain vigilant around tourist landmarks, since pickpockets are an issue there, and keep an eye out for suspicious activities wherever you go. What is the most famous street in Miami? Ocean Drive, the most famous street in Miami Beach. Ocean Drive is a lively street that's always bustling with people at all hours of the day. By day, Ocean Drive is full of skaters, cyclists and sunbathers. By night, it's a great starting point for discovering Miami nightlife.
Is Miami Beach safe at night? Miami Beach is generally a safe city for visitors. However, as with most major tourist destinations, pickpocketing is the biggest concern, particularly during the chaotic nighttime, and along busy Washington Street. Walk in groups at night, and avoid any unfamiliar territory.
What is the best time to go to Miami? Spring. The best time to visit Miami is in the spring, from about mid-February through May. The weather is warm, hurricane season hasn't started, and the humidity of summer hasn't fully arrived. It's also nearing the end of the high season, so crowd sizes will be smaller, and prices will have dropped. Is Miami more expensive than London? London restaurants are 0.08% more expensive, and groceries are 29.41% cheaper than Miami. Paris restaurants are 9.20% cheaper, and groceries are 9.56% cheaper than Miami. Dubai restaurants are 27.88% cheaper, and groceries are 32.18% cheaper than Miami. Do I need a car in Miami? You won't need a car, however, if you are spending your entire vacation at a resort, are traveling directly to the port of Miami for a cruise, or are here for a short stay centered on one area of the city, such as South Beach, where everything is within walking distance, and parking is a costly nightmare. Where do tourists stay in Miami? Best areas to stay in Miami, a summary. Best area for tourist, Art Deco District, South Beach. Best area for business travelers, downtown Miami. Best area for nightlife, South Beach. Best connections, Brickell. Best area for hipsters and design lovers, Design District. Most exclusive area, Coconut Grove. What salary do you need to live comfortably in Miami? Miami is one of 13 cities in the report where the income necessary to live comfortably exceeds $100,000 for both renters and home buyers. However, the area's median income is $33,000.
What part of Miami has the best nightlife? South Beach. Miami is famous for its nightlife, and that's in large part thanks to the South Beach scene. A barrier island brushing up against the Atlantic Ocean, South Beach is lined with mega clubs that attract party people 7 nights a week. What is the nickname of Miami, Florida? The Magic City. The city's nickname, the Magic City, came from its rapid growth, which was noticed by winter visitors, who remarked that the city grew so much from one year to the next that it was like magic. What is Miami culture? The second largest city in Florida, Miami is known for its rich heritage and many cultural influences. It is nicknamed the capital of Latin America because of its high population of Spanish speakers. Miami is the second largest U.S. city with a Spanish-speaking population. How Hispanic is Miami? 70%. Miami is a majority Latino city, 70% of its population is Hispanic. And while Cuban Americans still comprise over half of the city's population, 54% the city's Hispanic composition is changing. Did the U.S. invade Cuba? The United States invaded Cuba in 1898 to protect their interests and to avenge the destruction of the USS Maine, which had blown up in the Havana. Little Havana, Miami. Street sign in English and Spanish in Little Havana, a mainly Cuban area of Miami, Florida. The Little Havana district, just west of downtown, developed as a largely Cuban enclave within the city. Its annual Calle Ocho festival, in March, part of the Carnival Miami celebration, draws large crowds of visitors. Little Haiti, to the north of downtown, developed as a primarily Haitian neighborhood after refugees began arriving in the city in the 1990s. You've heard the hype about Miami: hot, hot heat, and cool, blue wave beaches, couture fashion and flip-flops, rollerbladers on Ocean Drive, and flashy nightclubs that pulse to a never-ending beat. But there's another side to this international city that can turn your trip from touristy to a terrific memory-making experience. It's a side where neighborhood Cuban restaurants serve picadillo and arroz con pollo as tasty as any abuelas, where beach bums revel in the sun sans the skimpy chichi crowd, where the lure of world-class art trumps the run-of-the-mill souvenir circuit. The mainland, with its complex road system, could create more chances for mishaps. Little Havana and Little Haiti are both better enjoyed during the day. Overtown, north of downtown, is an up-and-coming neighborhood, but another area to avoid at night. It is not a matter of finding Miami's culture, but deciding which culture to experience in this international city. With such a large population of Hispanics from a variety of South American countries, make time to explore the essence of Miami, whether you hang out in Little Havana or Little Haiti. Beachy souvenir shops with towels and t-shirts are mixed in with Latino grocers and Cuban clothing stores offering 100% cotton Cuban guayaberas shirts. At the other end of the spectrum is Tony Ball Harbor, and in between are the traditional shopping malls, teeming with department stores, specialty shops, and retail chains. Bongo's, 601 Biscayne Boulevard, is a Cuban restaurant and nightclub with a nostalgic feel during Havana's 1950s glory days. Club Deep, 621 Washington Avenue, is one of the oldest dance clubs in South Beach and features an aquarium dance floor with a flashy light system. For the local beat, Miami, Cuba, USA, and Hispanic Florida tours provide an insider look at Miami's ethnic neighborhoods, complete with an Azucar trolley that blares salsa, Cuban music as you learn folklore and fact. A sumptuous benefit of an international city is the cuisine, and this is especially true in Miami, where dining is the ultimate way to understand and experience this city's various personas. Best bets include sipping Café Cubanos at one of the cafes near Little Havana's Maximo Gomez Park, feasting on tender-to-the-bone rodizio served tableside on large skewers at Por Chow, 801 Brickell Bay Drive, an authentic Brazilian churrasco in downtown, and of course, peeling your own boiled shrimp at one of the many pubs found along the water's edge. Options include everything from Caribbean to Ethiopian to Japanese to French. Is Little Havana dangerous? Although the area is far less dangerous today than in its past, don't wander into the neighborhoods late at night, particularly East Little Havana, east of 17th Ave, where high crime rates and gang activity is still a concern. Why did Cubans leave Cuba? After the Cuban Revolution led by Fidel Castro in 1959, a Cuban exodus began as the new government allied itself with the Soviet Union and began to introduce communism. From 1960 to 1979, tens of thousands of Cubans left Cuba, with the vast majority coming from Cuba's educated, landowning upper class. Please, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.